Hello, Jayden. Could you please give an introduction about yourself?
Hey Rockers, my name is Jayden Connolly and I'm from Brisbane, Australia. Once again, thank you very much for having me on here. It's such a great opportunity to be here. I run a business called Valor Vinyls, and it's a sticker company, and it specializes in pre-designed and custom stickers. So basically, I have a selection of over 1,000 stickers that people can choose from, and they, pick pop culture, cute animals, memes, stuff like that. Then they also have the ability to do custom stickers, so like business logos. I've helped out charities and boxing gyms, UFC gyms. I even sent some cool stickers to Jules Sullivan over in Dubai. I sent a nice custom sticker to him. So that was really awesome to do, and it's up on his shelves now. So yeah, I just run that sticker business. I've been trying to scale it up, learn the skills. Also trying to do a bit of a personal brand as well. And on the side, well, that's all everything on the side. And then the main hustle itself is I'm still in the military. So I have 7+ years in the
Mm.
military. I'm still there, doing that. And then in the spare time, I'm running the business and trying to build my personal brand. But that's the basis of me. I'm
Wow.
28 years old and I'm trying to do my best.
Okay, so a lot of details there to dive into. The first thing that stood out was you said a sticker company. How did that come about?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I saw a bit of a demand for it because in the military, you'll buy a bit of kit, a bit of gear, and you'll get a little sticker of that company from America or whatever, wherever it is. And it could be like you have your pouches on your kit, and you'll get a sticker of it. And so you put it on your water bottle and your Yetis and all that on your Yeti water bottle, and yeah, you're just something you represent, right? And I would always go to the gym and I'd see people carry around their water bottles, and they'd just be empty, like just bland water bottles. And I'm like, why not personalize it? Why not put something on it that you like an anime or a cool character, whatever it is, right? And yeah, I saw that and I tried to figure out how I could do that because most businesses was doing just custom jobs. No one was really doing pre-designed stickers. So I combined the both, and I cater mostly to military personnel, but it's pretty much for everyone, and everyone takes advantage of it. Yeah, and that's how I pretty much started the business. I saw the demand.
Yeah, very interesting. And is that something you started before joining the real world or after?
That was after the real world. So I,
Mhm.
I was doing all the campuses. I was trying to find the spark for a business. And yeah, it just hit me. It just hit me while I was doing it. And then I could use everything I learned on the real world for that business and just help scale it up. So it was fantastic.
Amazing. So, which campuses came in or ended up being the most useful for you for building that sticker
Oof.
business and scaling it?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I used a lot of them, to be honest. They were all pretty key in the business itself. With the content creation and AI, I could use a lot in there, and how to edit a video for my personal branding. So I took a lot from that. With the social media and client acquisition, I took a lot about how to post daily and what to post and all of that. So even the social media was very great for myself. But most of all, yeah, the business mastery with Arno. He's probably the funniest professor there is, and all of his work was fantastic in helping me scale and keeping an eye on how my meta ads were running, so I could scale it up. And I eventually got into the leaderboard, so that was pretty good moment.
Hmm. Can't believe you've fallen for Arno's propaganda, but that's a joke.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and then how long have you been running this sticker company?
I've probably been running it for just over a year now. Yeah, just over a year.
And how has it been in terms of figures? So from when you began, how fast did you actually start getting buyers for it? How did you advertise in the first place? Just the whole process of scaling and adding figures from back then to now. things have evolved.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Starting off, it was a very slow, like learning how to do it all, developing the skills. So how to post your ads and scale those ads and what stats to look at, how to reach out to people and sales and approach people, and then all of that, right? So for the first 6 months, I wrote it down just so I would keep in mind. For the first 6 months, it was only 25K. Like it was very slow trying to learn it and build it up. And I've now hit 5,000 followers, or almost 5,000 on Instagram. So I'm enjoying that and scaling the Instagram. So the first 6 months, 25K, learning the skills and all that. And then the momentum started to build, kept building up. And then the next 6 months, I reached 109K. So that's, triple what the first 6 months was in that little time span of keeping that momentum. And then now after a month, from 109, I'm on to 100 and nearly touching 150K revenue. So it was a big jump in momentum and building that revenue. It was really slow starting out. But you just keep pushing through. You keep developing your skills, and that's how I took it. I was putting flyers up all around the military base, trying to promote it with QR codes. I was reaching out to friends, asking people on Instagram. I'd send, I'd get in trouble through Instagram, sending so many DMs, trying to reach out and get people, hey, you can create custom stickers here. That's all before the AI came in and automated the DMs and stuff. But it was very slow building, developing the skills. And now I've got the ads fine tuned. I can just look at the stats and, okay, I'll increase the budget there. I'll turn that one off. I've even got a sale coming up. So I'm just planning, making sure all my stock is up to date. And then I'm going to run the ads and just fulfill the orders. It's going to be great.
Amazing. And what about logistics? And since you mentioned fulfilling, are you having trouble with fulfilling because of how many customers you have, or have you been able to scale that properly as well?
Yeah, I've been doing that up to the best I can, and then I've found ways around that now. So right now it's about 100 to 150 orders a week, all fulfilling myself, which is difficult, right? I should be outsourcing it, and that's what I found what I should be doing. So I'm in the process of planning and reaching out to multiple places for fulfillment, where they'll have all my stock, fulfill the stock, and it'll just free up my brain to work on the other main parts of the business. So I realized that you can be a one-man army up to a certain stage, and then from there you'll need to outsource and build that crew up. So I'll get there.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
And are you comfortable revealing roughly what the profit margins are in your company?
Yeah. Well, I'm holding a lot of
Or you?
stock as of the minute. Yeah, yeah, as of the minute. So
Ah,
holding a lot of stock. So right now it's between 40 to 50K of profit. But once all the stock is sold and I'm able to keep that momentum, because as the momentum was building, the profit each month is growing. So if I just keep this steady incline, it'll eventually be very, very good. Um, because the stickers are bought pretty cheap, and they're bought for myself pretty cheap, and then sold to the customers for $6 a sticker plus whatever percentages and sales there are on them.
okay, understood. And then what are you actually doing with the additional money you have left over? Are you investing it, or are you just living a better lifestyle? What did you decide to do?
Yeah. Well, I bought a few suits, custom tailored suits here and there, just so I can look good for the networking events. I've done 2 council meetups so far, which have been great to network and meet people. So I needed suits for that. But mostly it goes straight back into the business and making sure everything's running smoothly. And then also I invest what I can into crypto. So I'm also part of the investing crypto space with Adam, Professor Adam. He's a great fella. I can resonate with him because he's also an Aussie. So I invest all through there, and I'm pretty happy with how the market's doing, what I'm taking on board. I'm using a bit of Atom, I'm using a bit of AI to understand everything a lot more, and I'm also using an outside source of Raoul Powell, who's fantastic in the world of crypto. So I understand the market, I know where I'm investing, and I'm pretty happy long term with where I'm sitting.
So have you actually completed Adam's masterclass?
No, not yet. I understood when he before he redesigned it the first time. I was like 2 3 answers off. Then he redesigned it after some cheaters came through, and I was like, oh snap! But it's okay. I'm happy with that where I'm sitting. Even with the systems and everything, I'm happy with where I am and how I know the market. So I'm okay with the masterclass for now.
Okay, understood. So now I want to go into some more personal things. So you mentioned 7 years in the military. Why did you decide to get into the military?
Yeah, I started it when I was younger, so 21. You know, a bit of honor and for the country and all that as I was young. Developed through the years and did a few things that I enjoyed. I met my best friend there, and so was blessed by the universe. And I just take it as the universe. You know, we were in the same room together all the way through the end, trials, tribulations, done everything together. And he's now even part of the real world and taking advantage of that and building his own business. So he's doing really, really well. Um, but yeah, that all sparked just from wanting to be fit and get paid to be fit, really. I slowly got to be unplugged from the matrix. It was around 2023, around that time, and I understood, you know, I just don't want to be here. I want to be a bit more free. So I'm slowly in the process of moving outside that, so I can have some more freedom. And but yeah, it's been such a fun journey. A lot of great memories, a lot of great character building. Teaches you that discipline, and I think it's really set me up for success in the future of life. But yeah, yeah, I think it's time to do a
Sure.
bit more and travel the world, and eventually join the war room.
Makes sense. I remember interviewing Seth, who, while he was in deployment, he was trading stocks whenever he had free time, and he ended up making like 1,000 a day. It came, like, I think he had a month where it was $1,000 a day he was earning. So, do you actually
Yeah.
do anything the real world related while you're on deployment, or are you not as involved with the military anymore, or do you just not have time? Like, what's the situation there?
Yeah. Oh, a bit of OPSEC, but like just mostly like I'm in a good role and a good position now where I get to train people for fitness. So I train them up, make sure they're combat ready, combat fit. So I do have a bit of spare time on my hands, and I can, you know, study where I can and do the lessons where I can, and just, you know, focus on the business and scale that. So I honestly do think of the business as a main job and the military as a side hustle as of the minute.
Mhm.
So it's pretty funny. But yeah, so I also jumped in the fitness course as well with Alex, which was fantastic, just to reconfirm all that knowledge. Like I'm already been training for, you know, 13, 14 years, but listening to him and he talk about everything and the pure blood protocol, which was genius. It's just been fantastic. So that's another good campus course for people, a course for people to jump onto.
Mhm. Okay, so now let me see. With everything you've said, with being in the military, the lessons you've learned from there, from building your business for the past 1 year now, and actually getting it to 150,000. What with the people you see around you in everyday life? Let's say if they were listening to your story and wanted to do something similar, what would you be telling them? What kind of advice would you be giving them with the experience you've had?
Yeah, good question. I would say to just always ask the question why. So if they're just doing their everyday life, ask the question why they're doing those things, and you know if they're doing it to the best of their ability, if they're becoming the best version of themselves, most of all, and if you really ask yourself that question, you probably you're probably not hitting the right answer. Like you're probably not becoming the best version of yourself. You're not doing everything to the best you can be, right? Um, and the real world can definitely help with that, right? With the techniques they teach you, the skills you learn, all of that, you can use it and build anything you want. And it's expanding to so much these days with AI, and you eventually, looks like 2.0, you can get certificates and stuff like that. So there's always more to learn. There's always more to do, and the real world will help with that. And it's cheap as well. It's like uh, with the amount of knowledge and skills there is there. Like I think a lot of the lessons people give you in the real world, just the audios and Luke talking and stuff like that, a lot of it was just reconfirmed to me. I already learnt it and heard of it in the military, and it was just this was something that the real world taught you. So like it's like a glimpse of the military almost. Like I don't know. It's just the real world is fantastic, and you can improve yourself so much on it. That's all I can really say.
Mhm. And I just remembered this. I should have asked this earlier, but why did
Yeah.
you actually decide to join the real world in the first place? And was it something that took you a while before you decided to do it, or as soon as you saw it, you decided to join? What was the situation there?
Yeah, yeah. Well, uh, as I was saying, I got unplugged a little bit in the early of 2023. So like I remember it was a Justin Whaler video, and he was talking about, why can Andrew say what he can say and do what he does, and it was because Tristan always has his back. And that was the first glimpse of the brothers and what they're about, and it really really resonated with me because of that best friend I made early in my career, and we've done everything together. So we sent that to each other, and we had that back and forth, and we just continued to send more videos of Andrew and all that, and then we started to catch on and get unplugged from the matrix and see of ways we can better ourselves, and the how giant the world is, right? So slowly got unplugged, and then I was tossing up between Capital Club and the real world, and there was all those launches going off, and I was like, okay, let's see what does it the best. I joined both of them. I got into both of them, and I thought, okay, the real world offers way more than the Capital Club. Like the Capital Club is okay. I took the gems from it, I put it into a Word document, and then I left it, because what the real world offered was just so much more. It looked like it had way more potential, and it does, just from that. So that was late 2023, and yeah, that was my thought process of just being unplugged and thinking, I want to better myself, I want to do more, I want to learn skills and get more money. So end of 2023, joined the real world, and I've just been dissecting all the lessons I can from that, and yeah, that's been fantastic. And then I joined the council in the March 2024.
Hmm. Very interesting. So you found out about the Tates through Justin Waller. And in that
Yeah.
case, have you actually been consuming much of Tate's content? And if so, what kind of an impact has he had on you? Because I'd imagine with the military background, you have a lot of discipline already. You already know what it's like to be a man, what it means to protect. And I do imagine they still teach you good values there. So yeah, how did it resonate what Tate was saying? Was there anything new? And what kind of an impact did he have?
Yeah, it's always good to just reconfirm those lessons of what he talks about. Like there, there are so many gems of his. It really does resonate with me. I catch on to all of his podcasts, emergency meetings that he does. Those are fantastic. And then the advantages that he does in the real world afterwards. So, yeah, I'm I'm always on his content and learning from it, and just re relearning things and going from there. He makes fantastic content, and it does improve me. Just hearing it and going, okay, am I doing that to the best I can be? Okay, all right. When he's speaking about, you know bettering yourself in this regard, like everything he speaks of, I check it onto myself. I'm like, okay, am I doing that? Okay, He's speaking about relationships. Is my relationship the best it can be? Okay. Am I making money? I'm always thinking money. Okay. All right. So like, it's good to just always check when he's talking about things, and he's always on the money. He's always talking about the things that are important. So yeah, I resonate a lot with his content and what he's talking about, and yeah, I watch a lot of it.
Very nice. Okay, so since you're on this trajectory and with everything you're doing, where do you see your life heading? What plans do you have if you were to lay out in the short term, medium term, and long term?
Yeah, short term, I hope to finish these sales, keep going, and then outsource all my fulfillment, so I can put that on the back burner. Start hiring people to learn from me. I've developed all these SOPs for my business, so I'll teach people how to run that and do that, and hopefully I can keep scaling that up and keep that steady momentum build that I have been, which has been fantastic. So I'll be scaling that up, and then if I hire more people, I can put that a bit on the back burner, because they will be, you know, doing it for me almost. And then I'll check in every so often, hopefully. So something along those lines with the business. While I'm doing that, I hope to keep building my personal brand. That as I'm doing that on the side, I'm posting 3 to 4 videos on YouTube every week. So I'm developing that. I've created a good content plan I'm executing on. Also on Instagram, doing all that. So business, personal brand, and then with the military itself, I'm slowly out on the process of leaving the military so I can have more freedom in the world. Um, and yeah, and then from once I've done that, hopefully go to a 0% tax location. I'm trying to put in that into my plans for the future, and yeah, my main goal really is just to have financial freedom in life. I think that's all people really want, is just that financial freedom and to be able to do what you want to do, and really care for the people that you love, right? Not have to worry about medical bills, um, just having to chill and be around your friends and just hang out and have a laugh, have some St. Pellies, and enjoy good company. And then, while we're having our stoic chats and doing our thing, maybe we'll create some more businesses and have some more great thoughts. But, just take life as it is and enjoy financial freedom is the end goal.
Very solid. All right, so since the real world benefited you so much in building and scaling your business, and with crypto as well, and just in general, all the campuses that you've been through, what do you say to people who are online and are thinking, what if I get scammed for $50? So I'm not sure if I want to join.
Yeah, yeah. You won't get scammed to $50. You will make that tenfold if you put in the effort. If you take exactly what the professors are telling you, if you engage in the chats, you will make your money tenfold, and you will network and make very good friends. I have people on Instagram that I'm chatting to on a weekly basis, people that I've met through the real world. So it is the best platform to be on, and especially in this time and in this day and age, because we are so connected with the internet and the way things are. So this is the best platform, and the timing is excellent, because you feel like you're early. This is still the early stages of the real world. So yeah, I 100% recommend it to everyone. Get on board.
Amazing. And now I'm sure people will be intrigued. How can they find you if they want to contact you? Or basically any websites or anything, if they want to find out more about you or contact you, where can they do so?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you can jump on to my business page, which is Valor Vinyls on Instagram. Uh, that's where I just have all my stickers and everything. And then the website itself is valorvinyls.com. And then on my personal brand, everything that I'm a part of is just JJ Connolly. So JJ Connolly on Instagram and JJ Connolly on YouTube. I'm doing a lot, and I'm doing my best to level up in all areas.
All right. So we'll add all the links to the description of the video. And yeah, Jayden, what a great discussion. You're doing many things
Yeah.
on the right path to really just completely transform your life, and all the things you have planned, I'm sure they'll come true as long as you continue on this trajectory. And I don't see a reason why you wouldn't. So we can do a follow up in future at some point if you want to get a update on how everything
Yeah.
is going. But I really enjoyed this conversation, and I wish you all the best for the future.
Thank you so much.